You're on the way to Bali and you are wondering what are the different modes of transportation there? We've got you covered. We will be running through 5 main aspects of Bali transportation, and make sure to stick around as we have something that you don't want to miss at the end of this video. To start off, when you reach Bali, there are only 2 ways of reaching Bali. It's either through the ferry from the Java mainland or the nearby islands. But the most common way people go into Bali is through the airport, the Denpasar airport. Now when you reach the Denpasar airport, there will be a lot of taxis around there waiting to grab your money and take you to your accommodation. But get ready for some very inflated prices. When you come out of the airport, there will be a lot of people selling their services to you, and you will get confused. The taxi industry is a very corrupt industry. There are people who are dishonest and many don't use meters, and thus you might not know what's the actual price to pay. Many people get ripped off. So we don't recommend using taxis, but if you really need to use one, we recommend Bluebird taxis, as we've heard pretty good reviews about them. You can download their apps for easier bookings. But what we personally use is GrabCar or Gojek. Mainly GrabCar because we come from Kuala Lumpur where GrabCar was more prominent. But what are GrabCar and Gojek? These are the 2 most famous Bali transportation apps. It's just like Uber, the Ubers of Southeast Asia. They are cheaper than taxis and it's easier to get them because you can book them from the tap on your smartphone. When you book a GrabCar or Gojek, they will give you precise instructions for the pickup location. So make sure you read the instructions properly when you have the airport Wi-Fi. You can screenshot the instructions so that you have something to refer to always. The pickup location is normally at the parking building opposite the airport, and they will give you instructions in such a way that you don't have to go through the taxi drivers who will be pestering you. So that's a good thing. That said, you must know that there are tensions between the taxi drivers and the GrabCar or Gojek drivers. GrabCar and Gojek drivers are not always welcome in all parts of Bali. Mainly, I remember Uluwatu and Ubud, that they are quite restricted, so make sure to check that out with your driver as the situation changes. Now it could be better by the time you are watching this video. By the way, if you're new to this channel, we will be uploading more travel tips and guides on this platform. So do consider subscribing if you like our video styles and find our videos useful. Make sure to check the link in the description box below for our free Bali travel guide. As for getting around, do note that there are no trains in Bali, and the cheapest way to get around is through buses or minivans. But that might not be the most efficient way because there's a lot of waiting time involved. Sometimes the driver will be waiting for the whole bus to be full before moving. Another famous way of getting around in Bali is through scooters, and the cost is cheap, ranging around 100,000 rupiahs, which translates to 7 USD a day. With 7 USD a day, you have a cheap mode of transportation to drive around at your own pace. It's a great way to explore Bali, but if you're not a good rider, it's not advisable to start there because Bali is quite hilly and there are steep roads along the way, and there are other reckless drivers as well, so we wouldn't recommend it if you're not used to it. But if you want to get around Bali without a scooter, you can do what we did, and that brings us to our final point, which is to get a car with a driver. That is the easiest and most hassle-free way to travel around. In a way, it is more expensive than all the other modes of transport we listed, but I insist that it is still reasonably priced. We hired a 10-hour driver for only $30 US. This is how cheap Bali transportation is. The range is around 30 to 40 US dollar. This is a good reference if you want to know whether they are overcharging you, but the price could vary based on the location of the driver as well. So if he has to travel a lot to reach you, then it could get a little bit more expensive. Warning though, you have to be careful when choosing your drivers. Not all drivers are good, so there are some who are dishonest and some who are reckless. Watch our 100-day honeymoon video to find out what really happened on our first day of the honeymoon. It was horrible. To help you out, we have 2 recommended drivers that we always go back to when we are in Bali. They are very honest and very accommodating. If you want to get in touch with the same drivers, you are in luck. Check the description box below for our free mini Bali travel guide. Their contacts are inside there. Watch our other videos here, and if you have any other Bali transport tips or anything related to transport costs in Bali, make sure to comment below to help other people. like and share this video to other people who might be going to Bali and who might need this kind of video. Make sure to subscribe for more videos.